Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, for speak purpose, I will introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Irfan Rafi. My NPM G1GO20044. I was born on 30 March 2002 on Bengkulu, and I live on Baja HM Zahab Street, number 68. Okay, I'm Electrical Engineering Universitas of Bengkulu. Why I chose any electrical engineering? Because I have an interest in robotic and calculation or mathematics. I like robotic because robotic is technology, where technology is the key to the success for the nation progress, while calculation or mathematics is an exact science that can be applied in the real life. I passed the Electrical Engineering Universitas of Bengkulu through the SBMPTN road. Where before that I struggled into the Electrical Engineering Universitas of Bengkulu. And finally, I become one of the electrical engineering student of Universitas of Bengkulu. Thank you. Okay, for reading purpose, I will read a speech on education. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable my teacher, good morning. First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to give a speech. Today, I would convey in the importance of education in my short speech. On many occasions, we hear the term education. But what is education? How important is education to our country and ourselves as students? Well, to answer the first question, education refers to a process by which a person develops their skills, attitudes, and values. Many times we associate this term with the school. However, we must also take into account that education is not exclusive to this institution, but also it is up to the family and even to the friendships with whom we live together day by day. That is why we can say that men can get to improve each other. There is a phrase that I like very much, and I find it very true. If the people of country care about the education, it shows that they love their nation. It is said that in order for a country to prosper, it needs education. But why? The honorable audience. We study not go to the graduation ceremony and hang our picture on the wall of our house, much less to show off to our friends. We study to practice and to acquire knowledge, and those two then will prepare us to the real life situation. Education brings us to many benefits, such as confidence in ourselves, freedom to decide, science as a whole, help us to improve ourselves, to feel fulfilled, to feel that we are something in life and that we have an on and for which to live. But this is not the only satisfaction that education gives us, but with it we achieve a better quality of life. When we want to buy a dress, shoes, food, or anything else, we need a war, which currently is not so easy to find unless if we don't have an adequate education. It is said that the future of our country is in the hands of the children, and as the children in this country, we must try hard to save that. That is why today I invite all the audience have to reflect on the importance of education. We have to take advantage of this chance to be able to go to school to study. We must appreciate the effort that our parents make to send us to school and think that there are many children who would like to study but for some reason they cannot do it. Education is a form of factor which can reflect how the country looks like, developments or developing. Indonesia is the developing country. We are not a poor country like the other countries in the Africa continents based on the fact education which is the main factor to build the great generation. Education is the strongest way to be survive as the key to assess of someone's success. On the scope of the states, education is the main instrument in the formation of the future generation. The success of a country depends on the quality of human resource. Indonesia, with one of the ideal contained in the preamble of the 1945 Constitution. As like paragraph 4, the intellectual life of the nation as the promise of the independence and the only exceptions to reach that goal is a knowledge. But in 2010, there are 1,080,000 students quit their study because of the high cost education. They prefer to not study and work to make money to survive their life. This is a bad situation. If Indonesia want to be developed country, we must get the better education first. The infrastructure being the second problem that Indonesia have in education sector. This is so pity by saying the region in the east of Indonesia that students there cannot go to school comfortably and they get only a broken facility in their school like roof, floor and also chair and board the school have. The third is when looking the uniform distribution education in every region in Indonesia. Not all the city can have the equal education. Means in the small village and compared to big cities is totally different in all the aspects. So this is the homework of government to solve the problem or case in education sector in purpose to get better place in Indonesia, especially education. Finally, ask ourselves without effort and education, how do we want to improve ourselves? How do we want to live better? In short, how do we win a better country? Therefore, education is an important part of our life as well as an essential part to develop a better future for the country. So, this is the end of my speech today. I hope some of the points that I have conveyed to make us more appreciate of our sense to be able to have the education at school and makes us study more diligently for both our countries and our own future. I thank you for the attention. Me Muhammad Irfan Rafi. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, that was test my assessment. If there is an error, I apologize, and I hope we can add knowledge from what I say. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.